Hello, it's JG. It's round. Stop rolling your eyes. It's round 15, and we have to do a loved one confession. So this is gonna be weird and different, but hey, it's gonna be fun because Oakley is always asking me questions anyway, so I get to actually spill the tea. Um.
Okay, give it a rest, JG.
Anyway. So live night happens, and we successfully take out Duke. That was the plan. It was wonderful. There was a lot of talks about either taking out Thulsi, but we realized that there was just more energy and more movement towards taking out Duke, which is fine with me. Duke's been after me. That's why I put checkmate, because I got him before he got me. You tried twice, Duke. Duke, you tried 2 times and you failed both. So that was wonderful. Um,
I promise I'm paying attention.
I know, you're fine. It's just your facial reactions. I'm not used to having facial reactions.
You want me to go off camera?
You're fine. Fine. So then I'm in the alliance with myself, Jabbar, Rocky, and Memes. Again, I had created that alliance whenever I found out there was a whole lot of bullshittery going around whenever I was in solitary confinement. That still seems to be a good thing. Memes, Rocky, and myself have a final 3. Maddie wants to make a final 4, I think, with me. I think Rocky said it was me, Rocky, him, and Memes. So that's without Jabbar. So Rocky and I are, as long as people aren't clowning us, Rocky and I are in a really good spot. Rocky and I are each other's final 2, unless Rocky's playing me, which I would not be surprised. But we have been really working together since day 2. Really trying to right our wrongs from season 2 and actually work together. And we're in a really good spot. People want to work with us. People aren't targeting us. Thulsi wants Ben out. Ben wants Thulsi out. Once Thulsi's out, Ben wants Maddie gone. Maddie wants Ben gone. So, like, yeah, it really, if Jabbar wants Ben gone. And so as long as we can continue to take these numbers out, ideally Thulsi goes next. Bye-bye, bitch. Like, girl, you've been in this game too long. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it is actually frustrating to realize that that you're still in this game. And like partially it's because of the fact that we were like, everybody was saying that JG and Thulsi are a duo. And so therefore we work together. But girl, it's final 8. You got to go. And she has an idol. Like, she has to have an idol. Like, she has an idol. Like, and so I'm hoping that if she has an idol, she plays it, and then she votes Ben. Ben goes like big whoop to do. Then we vote her out next. I have this gut feeling. I have this gut feeling she has an idol. Like, I just know there, because there's one more idol out there, and so she has to have it, and she'll probably play it if she's vulnerable. So Thulsi goes, and then probably Ben. Ben will go next, or Ben or Kim could go in either order, and then Maddie, and then Jabbar, and then it's just Rocky. And then if it's an actual final 3, like some of us think it is, then then Rocky, myself, and Memes are in the final 3. If not, then Rocky and I cut Memes, because Memes will probably not win the challenge. I'd be really shocked. He hasn't won one yet. He hasn't really tried. So maybe he'll actually come out and surprise us. But yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. It's one of those things where it looks too good to be true. Like, you're like, there has to be someone fucking me up right now. There has to be someone lying to me. There has to be some other alliance. Like, it can't be this good. Like, I'm so used to season 2 where everyone was like, we got to get JG and Austin out. We got to get JG and Austin out. And besides Duke, it really hasn't been like that this season. I do have a power that no one knows about, because that's Ascendance. You don't tell anyone about your fucking powers. It's so stupid when people do that. Like, you don't tell anyone. So I can, and this is the last time I can use it, I can play it secretly, and I can reveal the vote count. So if there is a blind side, or if there's numbers aren't right, I could tell my people, and if they do have an idol, they can use it. So it's really not even going to be that super useful or powerful, I think. But it's good to know the information. And I can keep that to myself, or I could keep it quiet. So I am gonna play it because there's no reason not to play it. It only gives me information. It doesn't hurt me. So that's where we are now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the tea, the gossip. Yeah. Questions?
So the one big question that came up was that you and Rocky have a final two. Wouldn't be shocked if he betrayed you, but you've been working together since day two. Those two statements kind of don't coincide. So
Wait, what was? I can't. You're a little like muffled or low.
how about now?
A little bit better. Hold on, let me see if it's me.
Your volume up.
I don't know. It's like a little bit quiet for some reason, but I can hear you if I listen closely.
Okay, so you said that you and Rocky are like final two, and you've been working together since day two, but also that if he did betray you, it wouldn't be a shock. So if you've been working,
I'd say that it wouldn't. Oh, sorry.
you've been working together since day two. Why would it be why wouldn't it be a shock if he betrayed you?
I just know Rocky wants to win this game. And so I feel like it's just weird. I get weird feelings that does Rocky want to take me to the end because he actually thinks he can beat me, or is he going the loyalty route, or is he lying? Like he either actually wants to go to the end to me because he can beat me, he actually wants to go to the end to me because he wants to be loyal, or he doesn't want to go to the end with me and he's actually gonna fuck me at 3 like Netta. Um, I'm always cautious. I I have trust issues to begin with, and so that comes into games. And so it seems too good to be true. It seems too good to be true. Like I'm always because every time I ever feel like I'm doing good in a game or I feel like I'm in a good spot, something comes around and says "fuck you, JG."
So if the plan is to get Tulsi out, but she has an idol, you kind of touched on so Ben would then go, and then but like hypothetically, what if like Tulsi got a group together and decided to vote out Rocky, for example? What's your game move after that?
That's such a great question. So if that was the case, which would be really shocking, I would have to team up with I would have to really shift and start working with probably like Ben. I would have to like bring Ben into the mix now. So I would have to go from targeting Ben to, or not really targeting Ben, but not really caring if Ben goes. Um, and actually making Ben part of my end game is what it would have to be because Maddie has to go. Maddie's a comp threat. Maddie's made moves in this game. Maddie has saved people with idols. Maddie has caused chaos in this game. And he's still in this game. So it really shows that even though he's done a lot of shit in this game, he's still here. It shows how good and dangerous. So Maddie's got to go. So I can't really work long term with him. I would have to bring Ben in. It's what it would have to be if Rocky was to get blindsided.
So I think the person that you touched the least on in this kind of interview is Kim. Where's her game? Where does she fit into everything?
So Kim is just there.
Like as in a floater, or as in she's going to be voted out before the end?
Kim is a very interesting character this season because it's joked about how Kim is brought to the end as a goat because she hasn't done anything. But I think out of anyone, Kim is actually the most dangerous. And I know people at least have told me to my face that they agree. Whether that's actually what they feel, I don't know. But Kim has survived several votes. Her name has come up. If it hasn't come up at least once every round, then almost every round her name has come up. She's received votes at least every other round. And she has a lot of friends on jury. And people forget that, like, yeah, you have to make big moves and do cool shit, but like, we've seen Big Brother, we know orgs. People are gonna be more likely to vote their friend. Like, you could say you're not a bitter jury, you could say like you're voted for the bitter winner. You're gonna vote for your friend more times than not. And Kim is a person who she could have that underdog story. She could say that she was targeted. She kept getting safe, that we could have taken her out. And she has enough friends on jury that could give her that key swing vote. Kim is someone who I think I'm on good terms with. It's not a real alliance. I think Kim thinks it's a real alliance. So late after Duke got evicted, it was Ben, Maddie, myself, Rocky, and Kim. We were all on late night call, and we're talking about how Duke is the Costco lady, and how Duke is like getting free samples of idols because Duke has been given like 3 idols this game. Like Duke has not found any idol, but he's been given like 3 idols in this game, so he's like the Costco lady. So Kim made a chat with those people called the Costco samplers or something. I don't know. It's something Costco. And Kim thinks this is in a group. And Rocky has told me that like this is not an alliance. And Maddie has told me this is not an alliance. But Kim thinks it is. Kim's agenda, from what I know, has been to get the winners out. So I know Solsti's on her radar, and I know Jabbar is. That's what she tells me. She did vote Ben last round, though. But Ben also dragged her name through the mud the previous round. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on in Kim's mind. And I don't even think Kim knows what's going on in her mind. She's an amazing woman. She's a great mom. But sweet baby Jesus, she is a mess.
So are you saying that Kim is naive about her position in the game?
I would say, yeah. I from my perspective, yes.
Gotcha. So, but if you think that she could potentially win at the end, why is she not one of the next 2-3 people to go from what you've said to me?
Because she's least threatening than a winner. I feel if a winner specifically here, it's more specifically Thulsi, because right now Thulsi is the main, because we could talk Duke out, but Thulsi is the other winner now. She can win comps. She's super savage, and she has such a dangerous social game where she has been targeted. Like Thulsi is just more threatening because she can win the comps. Like Thulsi could technically win out, and we would be fucked. Kim is lucky if she knows the rules of the comp sometimes, and I say that lovingly because I think she would agree. So I love Kim. Kim is amazing, but she's a mess.
Gotcha.
And because I also say, because like I don't, because I'm also like leaving out the part of the fact that Jabbar is a winner and like he's part of my end game, but he's part of my end game because he's someone who I've worked with this whole game, and he hasn't really won shit. So like if it came down to Final Four, I believe in Rocky or myself to win a comp to take Jabbar out. I hope. It's a gamble, it's a risk, but Jabbar's a number for me, like 100%. Solsi, I've heard, whether it be true or not, has at least said she's gonna gun for me eventually. So knowing that Solsi is at least considered it, possibly, is more dangerous than someone like Jabbar.
So I want you to put everybody as a placement from Final 8, including your. I think I know what place you'd put yourself at, but ideal placements. What are your ideal placements for everyone left?
Okay, so not including like myself as one because obviously I want to win. So 8 would be Thulsi. 7 would be, for me, it would be Maddie. 6 would be Ben. No, Kim. 5 would be Ben. 4 would be Jabbar. 3 memes. 2 Rocky and myself.
So you said that you don't really care if Ben goes next, but from what you just said, he's surviving at least 3 more placements, at least for you, ideally. So if he were to go next, in theory, how would that shake up what's potentially possible for you? Like if Ben were to get 8th, how would that prevent you from having your ideal Final Four?
It really wouldn't prevent it. It's just more the fact that I don't care where Ben goes. I would prefer Ben to go later because I know Ben right now is not after me. whereas Kim has gone after me before, whereas Maddie has gone after me, I want all the people gone who have at least publicly or apparently have come after me. But Ben is someone who, like, I don't care. Like, I don't. I know that Ben is right now needing me. I don't need Ben. So
What if Ben were to, hypothetically speaking, what if Ben were to come to you with the information that Rocky, Memes, or Jabbar, one of the three of them, or more than one of them, were after you? How would you, whether, say, like, if you would believe it, how you would interpret it, how you would respond to it?
I would probably,
Someone that hasn't been after you.
yeah, I would probably just, at this point, because we're at this point of the game, you can't. I would have to confront the person. Like, if it was Rocky or Memes or Jabbar, I would have to confront them. Because at this point in the game, you can't be passive because we're so close to the end. We're so you can't leave anything on the table. I would have to confront.
Gotcha.
Because Ben could be lying. And then I would say I'm not like a professional, but I would say I'm decent at reading people and reading people's body language and such. And so I would hope that if they were lying to me and they were like, "Oh no, I'm not doing that," I would pick up on it, and then I would try to flip the script. At that point, I think I would be fucked because my whole game is kind of relying on the fact that I have those people in my corner. So
yeah. I had a question, but it escaped my brain. Damn it. Oh, now it's back. So, what's kind of like your big I'm afraid of this group being a group alliance? You don't have any proof that it exists, but bring your paranoia out for a second. What's like the number one group that you think exists currently right now? Like it does exist. You don't have any proof that it exists, and you also think it is very possible that it does.
Something that at the very least contains Maddie and Tulsi, with some combination of, well, it wouldn't be Ben. It would be, I guess, Kim and maybe like Jabbar, maybe like a Kim, Jabbar, Maddie, and Tulsi group. That would be scary.
Do you think it's likely? Or how likely, I guess?
I say somewhat, so I would say like a 40% chance. I have a feeling that Maddie and Tulsi are still close to some degree, even though they say they're after each other. It just, something doesn't seem right. I know that Maddie has also been fucked by Tulsi, so I would hope that he would not fall for that again, and I would hope, but just something it just, this whole thing seems too clean. Like, it does not feel like that this, I imagine there has to be at least one other group or two or more. I hope that it's all bullshit.
So hypothetically speaking, let's say Tulsi or Maddie goes this round, because it kind of sounds like that's what you want, like that area. From what I've heard. Let's say one of them goes, and if you're afraid of them being a pair, all of a sudden that pair is split up no matter which one leaves. The other one is now very, very weak, has very little social influence. Would you consider going with that person and turning on your old group? And then an additional question is, do you think that your group will do the same thing to you? Go hypothetically work with Maddie.
Yeah.
If Tulsi goes, what are you hypothetically thinking about the prospect of like Jabbar and Memes going in, or for example?
Yeah, I know this is kind of cliche to say, but like I legit always take each round by round and always consider everything. Obviously, having a pre-existent relationship and alliance and everything is like, I'm going to honestly lean towards that, but I always look at every opportunity. And if Maddie was to present something that actually legitimately made sense, and would push my game forward. In this moment right now, I don't know what that is because I just see Maddie as too big of a threat to get anywhere near the end. I don't see myself taking it, but I would be at the very least open, would think about it. I don't see the other people doing that though. That could be being very extremely naive. It's been the objective has been very get Duke, Solcy, and Maddie out. We're also very fucked up with Ben right now, but Ben is like not gonna win, so like he's kind of lower on the get him out. But we always been the get Duke, Solcy, and Maddie out. That's been the train. Unless I'm being lied to and I'm being played, which it's all stars. We haven't had a proper blindside in a while, so.
Okay, so something you just said. And there's also kind of a callback to something you said a while ago. So, two things. One, you said originally that Rocky might be bringing you to the end because he thinks he can beat you. And the way that you left that statement, you made it sound ambiguous as to if he potentially could or not. But you also just said that there's no way Ben's going to win. So why are you going to the end with Rocky instead of Ben?
Because I think I beat Rocky. Rocky has pissed off Stephanie, Robbie. I'm trying to remember who else is in jury. No, I think he's pissed off those two, Big Sure. If Thulsi ends up in jury, I know that's another number. Yeah, I just know he's burned a lot of, Peyton, that's the other one. Peyton. It's Peyton. He's burned a lot of bridges. And I feel that I would have a better story. And I've also made connections where I haven't pissed off these people. My weakness is going to be the fact that people could perceive me as not doing shit. So I actually have to show these people that I did shit. I just wasn't very vocal about it. I wasn't very up in people's faces about it, as some people were. What was your other question? Oh, Ben? Oh, why do I think Ben's not going to get votes? I just don't think people.
Or most sort of like, if you know for a fact Ben, in your opinion, Ben is not going to win, so why not bring him with you if it's a final two, hypothetically?
Yeah. Why not bring Ben? Just because of the fact that like Ben has broke has I've lost all trust in Ben. I don't fuck with Ben. So there was the face-to-face vote where it was the second time that Duke was going after me. It ended up being a face-to-face vote. It was coming down between me and Steph. Ben goes to vote, and he throws his vote on means. So at that point, I said, "Well, if you're willing to throw your vote, you don't want to show that you're picking a side, and you also are willing to risk that I possibly go." Then he then also completely goes against me and Rocky and joins Duke to vote out Lana when he had no reason to. Like, that was so stupid. All day he was like, that's not happening. And then he was just completely pushing, like on the vote where Mark left, he was completely pushing, Thulsi's got to go, Thulsi's got to go. And he was constantly messaging us and like, you know what winner's going to win this game if they get to the end, you know, winner's going to get, like, and so he just completely has like burned every bridge. Additionally, for me, when I was in solitary confinement, I was told that there was a chat, and I really don't even know what's true or not about this. That's the funny shit. Because I was in confinement, Mark told me that there was an alliance that was made between Maddie, Kim, Mark, and Ben, and it was supposed to include me, but I'm in solitary confinement, so they can't add me. I get out of solitary confinement. I talked to Maddie and Benji about it a little bit, and I don't get added to the chat. So I'm like, why am I being part of this chat to target the winners? But you want me to be a part of this, but you're not adding me to this chat? Like, what the fuck? So that's why I said, no, I'm going to fucking keep the winners because I'm not going to do your agenda. I'm going to take out Mark, one of your people. And then Kim is like, oh, there was no chat. There was no chat. But then Ben's like, there was a chat. I just thought Mark was going to add you. So I really don't know if there is a fucking chat or not. I really still, to this day, don't know. But I don't trust Ben. At the end of the day, Ben's not important to my game. At this moment, Ben's not important to my game. I don't trust Ben. I don't fuck with Ben. Ben can go.
So this chat that you supposedly weren't added to,
Yes.
Kim said that didn't exist. Did I kind of gather that Maddie said it didn't exist, or maybe I didn't hear?
Matt hasn't confirmed it one way or another, which is making me has always been sus in my mind. He kind of has, but he also hasn't like yes.
So Kim has said it didn't exist, but Mark did. Could Mark have been saying that because he wanted to get the winners out and was just saying the same thing to all the people, or
It's
and
possible.
potentially now blaming Benji, or is it? Do you think it actually existed?
It's. I feel like it existed to some degree, because I feel like Ben told me that it existed. He thought I was going to be added by Mark. I think Kim is just being Kim and being like, "Oh, it didn't exist." Oh, because like, Kim was actually pissed at Ben then for some reason for this. I don't know why I wasn't the one getting blamed at this, but I think it existed. I think it was real. And I think because Kim was like, "Oh, Mark was just fucking with you. He wanted to mess with you and just like say random shit to you." That's not just something like if you're gonna fuck with someone, you're gonna like say something like I don't know. You're not gonna say, "Oh, there's an alliance and we were gonna add you," and then don't add me. Like I think that's because if it was true, if this is true and I didn't get added, or even if it wasn't true, like even better yet, if it wasn't true, it's the reason why he got fucked out of this game. Like, why did you do this? Mark was not on my radar until I didn't get added to this so-called chat. Oh, that's the one thing I'm most curious about at the end of this. It's like I want to like straight go to Mark and be like, was there a fucking chat? And if there was not, why did you fucking lie to me? Because that's why I turned on you. Mistakes.
Is there any other things that you can think of to ask, or not ask, but like tell?
Kind of thing. No, it's just crazy that this game is over in a week, and I'm just like, I feel so good, but I feel like I shouldn't feel good. I feel like I should be scared. I should be nervous, but I feel like all my bases are aligned right now. Pending powers because it's a Sundance. Like from my knowledge and my perspective, I know who's targeting who's going to target who, and I have people around me who are shields. I don't see unless I somehow do the biggest fuck up somehow. I don't know how. I think at this point, it's only I can fuck this up now for myself. I feel like unless people are out against me, then I'm fucked. But at this point, from my perspective, if I'm actually in the place that I'm in, I'm gonna be my biggest enemy right now. I just have to keep cool, calm, and collected. Stick to my people. Vote out the bitches and whores that need to get out so I can win. And yeah.
So, one other thing I just thought of.
Okay.
If you like, in my opinion, we did not win that challenge. So,
which is fine. I didn't want to. I haven't won one yet this season.
So, hypothetically, if you get voted out next, I'm not going to present any situation or vote count or anything. You get voted out next.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you initially first snap thought going to blame?
Tulsi.
So it's going to be Tulsi's fault primarily if you leave next.
Yeah. Because I know she's the only one right now that I know has said my name that I know of.
Do you think she would have been the one to start the plan? She would have been one of the votes, just one of the additional votes for you?
She's not a sit back and do nothing. You know, Tulsi's gonna she's gonna sharpen the blades, and then she's gonna go to the other people, sharpen their blades. Like she's gonna do everything. Especially that's what makes Tulsi so dangerous, is that she is so good and she can convince people and she can get that army. Like how she misted Corey. I mean, Corey's fucking stupid to begin with, but I mean, still, it shouldn't take a moron to cut Tulsi. Yeah, and Tulsi's at a place right now where her back's gonna be against the wall. We're getting fewer and fewer. There's only now 2 winners in this game. She's won a crap ton of challenges. She's gonna do anything she can to stay in this game.
So let's say you find out Tulsi voted for you, but you also find out in jury that it wasn't her. Then who's to blame? Okay, now I kind of want to rephrase this question because this is more what I'm getting at. Between Jabbar, Memes, and Rocky, those 3, you get voted out next. Which one of those 3 do you probably blame?
Jabbar.
Why?
Because I honestly trust Rocky. Rocky and I have told each other a lot of shit that we haven't told other people from my perspective. We have this we have this season 2 pack together. Like we want to redeem the shitty season of season 2, give that a new narrative, while also rewriting our stories, being the fact that we both got fucked and didn't make it to the end. Memes is just not really, and this is just respectfully say he's not really pushing a lot of energy out right now. So I would not expect him to come up with a plan to get me out. And while I trust Jabbar to an extent, I've heard that Jabbar from his season did anything to anyone to get to the end to win. So, yeah. I would say Jabbar. Because I think Rocky's actually genuinely with me. If not, then boy, he's missed me. Like, holy shit. Memes is just not. Memes is here. I give him credit for being here. But he's here.
So, again, this is another kind of question. Memes seems to be in your alliance.
Yeah.
But you're also going to give him third when it seems, from what you've said, it kind of sounds like you would be very likely to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that...
So why not bring him?
What?
So why not bring him then?
It comes to 2 things. It's the loyalty and the I think Memes hasn't pissed people off. Rocky has. I'd rather take someone who I know probably has less has weaker relationships with people on the jury. Memes at the least is neutral, meaning that if some people are on the fence of voting for me, if there was something sour I had done, said, or did to that person, they would then be more inclined to vote for Memes. Whereas on the other side, there's several people who are not happy at all with Rocky, and I feel would be more inclined to vote me. I think I have an easier time beating Rocky. I do.
So hypothetically, let's say it's final 3. You, Memes, and Rocky, what you want. And Rocky wins and he votes you out. Do you vote for him?
Yes.
So if you can be a not bitter juror, why couldn't the others be?
You've met these. I was about to say, have you met these people? Yeah, you have.
Stephanie, yes, I've met. I've met Peyton. I've met Mark. And I don't know Robbie.
I don't know. I really feel that this game got really intense and emotional. There was a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, and a lot of fighting, and a lot of attacks against women, and a lot of. It wasn't Rocky, but like there's a lot of. This game got very intense at the beginning stage of jury, and Rocky fucked people over when I think people would say that he didn't need to. And it could be the fact that it could be perceived that he was sheeping me. I don't really think he was. I personally think Rocky's played his own game, and I think I played my own game. And we were on separate paths in the beginning, but we were for each other, but we came together in this stage. I think that it's gonna be a very emotional jury. Because I didn't I didn't vote Peyton out because I didn't go to that elimination. I was forced to vote Stephanie. Um, Mark, I don't even know about Mark. That would be the interesting. But yeah, like I feel like I have a better shot against Rocky.
Do you think if your better shot against Rocky is because you played better, or because you think that he just did more bad to people?
I think I managed my jury better.
But do you think you played better than him?
Um,
Hypothetically, if jurors were robots. It's a weird hypothetical, but like
I know.
hypothetically.
It's a great hypothetical. I don't know. It's really hard because I don't know fully because a lot of Rocky's early game I don't know too much about because we didn't go to votes together. I feel like our games, I think quantitative, he's one more. I think the one thing that Rocky could probably say is that he's he's won more comps, and I don't know if his name has really been written down yet. I could be wrong. It might have. His name might have. I would have to look back at videos. From my knowledge, I don't think his name's been written down.
So
I
in
mean,
your opinion, do you think you would win because of a bitter jury or because of your power in the game?
I think it'd be a mixture of both, probably leaning more towards the emotions. At least
Gotcha.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking now. I just because I feel like people are gonna think like, what the fuck did JG do in the pre-jury? But like, I didn't have to go to a lot of eliminations, so I wasn't sticking. Like, if I'm not gonna go to a vote, I'm not gonna do what Ben did and put my fucking name out there and be like, "You got to get this person out. You got to get this person out." Like, no. If I'm not voting, I don't give a fuck who goes. Like, I really do not care. Like, especially when it's that early, because you can adapt and change your game. You can work with. There's still so much game left to play. You don't have to press yourself in a box, like where a lot of people did so early. I mean, like, and also like in the first round, I mean, I went to that elimination even though I was safe because I won the popularity vote. Um, I I was the one who planted the seed for Curtis to go, and Curtis ended up going. So like, I did a lot in this game that people do not know that I did. I just have to explain that to them, and hopefully they actually see that as me doing shit.
So whether or not you win, you think will come down to if people believe you or not.
Yeah, more if people respect what I did in my early game. Because I think it's very clear what I've done from like the Connor vote to saving myself to now. I think that's very out in the open. Before the Connor vote, there's a lot of JG was just sheeping Lana and Tulsi. JG was Lana and Tulsi's little bitch doing what they wanted, and like I was actively like against them. I was also working with them because they're great shields. They're perfect shields. Why would you not use them as a shield? Like they're great. Lana went. It worked. So Tulsi's gonna go soon.
Your videos, like your audio, I mean, is doing something weird.
Love that. Am I better now?
No, it's like sounding robotic-y.
When I mute myself and hopefully it works. Is it better?
Kind of, but not really.
So probably gonna have to wrap this up. Was there anything else?
um, Nothing's really coming to mind.
Okay. Well, let's just end this while we're leaving on a good note. All right, Nicole Papa, I hope you enjoy this. Love this. He actually asked some really tough questions.
I still hold like true and dear to my heart that games should more often than not exclusively do live confessionals if they can, and have videos, have like live ones be the thing that you do and the videos be the fallback, because I think it draws more out, but that's my opinion.
I agree. All right, I'm stopping record. Maybe it didn't work.